Hello there. Today's topic, 3 essentials for success in sales. If you're having a bit of a struggle with your sales, then maybe you should listen to what I'm going to share with you. Perhaps it's not necessarily the sales you're having a struggle with. Perhaps it's the type of people you're talking to, or maybe it's the product you're trying to sell, or perhaps the price you've got it priced at, or maybe the way you're going about your sales conversation. Whatever it is, if you're struggling in any way, I've got 3 very simple essentials I'd like you to listen to, because I think it could really help you. I mean, the bottom line is this. You can go into Google and you can simply put in there best sales strategies, best sales tips, best sales approaches, whatever you want. And you can get a plethora of information, right? But is that information going to help you, or is it going to simply confuse you? Okay, I want to share with you 3 simple things today. I want you to try, because they really do work. All right. My name is Peter Beckenham, the village marketer, and as always, talking to you from my little Thai village, way up near the Cambodian border. First of all, the first essential to be successful in sales: be different. Okay, be distinct. I'll give you an example. Here's story time. Okay, quick story time. Hang in there with me, right? I was 16 years in the education department, left there, okay, and be quite frank, I wasn't sure what I was going to do at that point in time, okay. The reason I left wasn't because I didn't like teaching, I loved it, okay. But I wasn't an administrator, that's my point. Anyway, I said to my wife, what do you think I can do? Think of the worst job you can think of, and I might have a crack at it. And she said, why? I said, just think of it, all right, overnight, and tell me at breakfast time what you think, all right. Because in my mind, I thought, if I can do something differently to everybody else, then I can make this a winner, whatever it is, right? I mean, I was hoping she wouldn't come up with something like a sanitary type inspector man or something, because I was not sure I was going to do that. Anyway, sitting at breakfast time, and I'm sitting there waiting, and she's looking at me, and I'm eating away at my cornflakes, right? And I'm saying, well. She said, well, what? I said, come on, what is it? She said, you shouldn't leave teaching. I said, look, why? Tell me. What did you come up with? She said, well, I come up with 2 things. These are the worst I can think of. What are they? Used car salesman or a life insurance agent. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Long story short, I became a life insurance agent. Okay, why did I do that? Because my father told me years before, the secret to success, Peter, is this. And he gave me this picture. And the picture was a bowl of apples. They were green apples with a red one sitting on top. And that's the clue. Be different. All right? And that's exactly what I did in my life insurance thing. I didn't do like anyone else did, okay? For example, when I was a life insurance agent, and I did very well as a life insurance agent, very well indeed, okay? But I didn't have a clue about the products. I recruited 2 students that I used to teach at school, okay, to come and help me on a part-time basis. The company I was working with trained them up so they knew all about the product, all about the premiums, all about all the ins and outs and stuff, which really I didn't have a clue about, right? And that's let me talk to the customer, the potential customer. So I talked to them about what's important to them. And I could tell them with complete transparency, I haven't got a clue what we've got, whether it can help you. I just want to find out what you need, what your problems are. I've got 2 young people here can do the work for you, but they can vouch for me. I don't know. I really have no idea if we've got something that can solve your problem. But you share with me your problem from a financial perspective. I made sure I wasn't there trying to solve their marriage problems, right? But from a financial perspective, share with me what they are. If we can't solve the problem for you, I'll tell you, and I'll find someone who can. If we can solve the problem for you, I'll tell you as well. That's how I did my insurance business for years, right? Did it work? Absolutely it worked. Why? Because it was different. It was transparent and people didn't expect it, right? I mean, here's another way. When you're thinking about being different, some people in their mind, they're thinking, and they'll say, I'm not sure whether you should be doing business. I'll just give an example. Wayne Harmsworth. Okay? Wayne, good to talk to you today. Wayne, I'm not sure whether I should do business with you, okay? Now, if Wayne hasn't said that to me, I'd ask him, are you thinking maybe you shouldn't be doing business with me? Are you worried about that, Wayne? I'd drag the question out of him and he'd say, well, maybe I am. And my answer would be this. Remember, be different. My answer would be this. You know what? I really appreciate your answer, Wayne. And to be quite frank, at this point in the conversation, I'm not sure that you should do business with me either. I mean, what I'd like to do, with your permission, is to ask you some questions to find out what the heck's going on in your life, right? And only then would I be in a position to say whether, in fact, I could help you and you could do business with me. Is that fair enough? Do they expect to hear that? No, they don't expect to hear that, right? Is it real? Absolutely. Is it genuine? Absolutely, right? And it's way more effective than anything else I've ever done. And it takes the pressure off Wayne, the prospective customer. It takes the pressure off him, right? Be different, be distinct. That's the first message. Second message, be systematic. What I mean by that is systematically look at what you're trying to do. I'm not talking about having a system only. What I'm saying is connect with people, but use the way to connect them being the truth. Don't fake it. Don't go through this approach of trying to be nice and look for commonalities in people and try and build rapport with them so they can think, oh, he's a nice sort of a person, right? Go for the truth. Go for the truth. Because if you go for the truth, you've got real rapport, okay? Huge difference. People can see it, people can feel it, people will know it. When you are really aiming for the truth, not aiming to impress and saying, oh, come on, like me, right? There's a huge difference there, right? Secondly, as far as being systematic, make sure that you're not trying to persuade anyone to do business with you, right? What you're trying to do is this. You should be disqualifying people as quickly as you can. You have limited time, so does everybody else, right? Stop wasting your time talking to people that are never going to do business with you. You've got to discover right up front pretty quickly whether in fact they are going to do business with you, even if you do have the opportunity to solve their problem. You may not want to do business with them. They might not want to do business with you. Maybe they can't afford it. Maybe they're not prepared. Maybe they're tire kickers, whatever it is. Disqualify them quickly. And thirdly, more important than that, have constant engagement. When you're doing a sales conversation with people, whatever you do, by all means, most people start off okay, everyone's chat, and it's a dialogue, right? And then all of a sudden, you come to your bit when you say, this is how I can solve your problem, and it becomes a monologue. It's just you vomiting all over people, right? Excuse the French. Do not do that. Keep it as an engagement. Keep it as a two-way conversation. Constantly get feedback from them, okay? It's a dialogue, not a monologue, okay? Tip number 3, have a prospecting system. Most salespeople look desperate because they are. And why are they desperate? Because they haven't got enough people to talk to. That's the pure, simple, honest, bloody truth, right? They don't have enough quality people to talk to. So anybody they get the chance to talk to, oh my God, I hope I can get this sale because otherwise they won't be able to pay me power bill or whatever it is, right? Does it come through? Absolutely, it just comes straight out. So if you really want to have the success in sales, do the work. Do the work behind the scenes. Have enough people to talk to so you can be selective, so you can decide who you want to do business with rather than think, I've got one, you don't have a choice. When you've got one person, you don't have a choice, right? That's the only person you've got. I would suggest start, if you're not doing this properly, start small, but do it every day. Try and talk to 2 people every day, okay? Not to sell them anything, just talk to them, to establish a connection, to establish some form of communication with them. You don't know where it's going to head, but if you do that every day, that's 10 every week, that's 40 every month. If you're talking to 40 new people every month, I will guarantee you, you won't have a desperation problem when it comes to having someone to talk to, all right? You just got to be prepared to do it. That's called prospecting. And our people don't like prospecting because they think people are going to reject them. Well, here's the solution to that. Do not worry about that. The best way to get new people to talk to is to ask people for help. And the best people to ask for help are those people who've just become clients of yours. And don't ask for a referral, right? Don't do that because people fuzz up about that. Ask for an introduction. Say something like this. George, I could do with your help. Do you mind if I share something with you? And George is just a new customer, right? And George is very happy with what you've just done. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a new customer, right? So we say, well, what's the problem, Peter? How can I help you? Of course I'd like to help you. Well, George, look, the way I build my business is I service the heck out of people like you, okay? In the event that when I've done the job properly, you will feel that you are comfortable introducing me to other people who may need the same sort of help I'm giving you. How do you feel about that? And there were very few people who will say no to that. And I said, well, fine, because I do appreciate what you're doing, all right? Well, George, this is what I'd like to do. I'd like you to introduce me to one or two people who at least I could have a discussion with to identify whether I could do the same sort of service to them as I've done for you. I'm not saying they have to be potential customers, but they're possible people that I could deal with. Would you mind helping me with that? Would you mind introducing me? If you did that to every new person you got as a customer, right, that means you get 2 new people. If you only got just 50% of those people, right, as new customers, 50% of the people you introduced to, you've just doubled your business. Okay? No more desperation. There's your sales problem solved. Is it easy to do? No, it's not. Until you get the dialogue right. You've got to practice this thing, right? And talking with a new customer and an existing customer to ask for help requires you to be a little bit savvy how you do it. Not salesy, savvy. You've got to do it in a way that's genuine, coming from the heart, and not in a way that's they're going to think, oh, I hope you're still going to screw my friends, right? Because if they're thinking that way, they're already thinking you've screwed them anyway, right? The idea is once you've serviced them so well and looked after them so well and helped them so well to become a customer even, that they will appreciate what you've done and they will know that you can help someone else. That's what it's all about, all right? So there you go. They're my 3 essentials for today. My call to action is pretty simple. I've got a Facebook group and it's called Your Next Level. If you're interested in taking yourself to the next level and your business to the next level, then come and join me. Answer the questions and come and join me. If you like this, leave me a like, leave me a comment, give it a share if you think someone can benefit from it. And I wish you all the very best with your sales. Yeah? Take care. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.